Okay, greetings everyone. Kaiser here, Staying in the Light Radio. I came on a little earlier, so I got a little later video for you as well, because I found out we don't sleep like most people sleep. We have to do our work 24/7. And this is the work I chose to do, enlightening my people. Not just my people. Everyone who listens here is getting enlightened, whether they come here to cause ruckus or disruption, they're still getting enlightened. This is one of the mosques in Spain. I don't have the name right off the cuff. I will try to find it later. Yes, look how beautiful building that we made. Yes, this is our production. We're the builders. Now we're gonna look inside. Look at that. It's a real palace. This is who we are. We are very creative people. You see something like this, you can see buildings like this all over the world. Now you know who made them. If Europeans made these buildings, you would see more than being made, but you're not. This is ancient knowledge that a lot of us still have. Because we are the ancestors. They come from us. We come from the ancestors. It's passed through the blood, the gene pool. So you can't destroy people. You can destroy rulers, but guess where the rulers come from? The rulers come from the people. See if I got some more pictures for you. You can't read that. This is Sakari, who was the president of Burkina Faso back in 87. I think he was there for about 4 years, 84 to 87, 3 years. And he was finally assassinated. To give you his idea of what I'm saying, that they killed him, but they didn't kill his idea because it arose in 2022 into a captain named Toure. There's another man named Toure from Guinea. I remember in history. I got to go find that. So here he is, and where do you think that he's speaking at with a translator? Where do you think he's speaking at? You're in the chat. I want to see. Tell me, where do you think he's speaking at? We got a few people here. I see you. Okay, I tell you, he's speaking in Harlem, Harlem, New York. You know, Harlem had the reputation as the capital of so-called Black America because that's where all our artwork, that's where our artists was located at one time. This is where everybody went to, Harlem in New York, because we control the neighborhood. It's like we own the city, or at least that area. And he's really identifying with us. He's telling us that his flag, the Burkina Faso flag, is copied from the Black Liberation flag. You know the flag that Marcus Garvey used, red, black, and green. Well, Burkina Faso. That Burkina say it right because I'm laying down. Burkina Faso's flag is green and yellow, green and red with a yellow star. And he said, we don't need the black in the flag because we own the land and the land is black. And he also said, uh, yeah, I remember that meeting very well. He also said that uh, invited us to come there for the celebration. There's an African Unity Day, and that was a celebration they was having in Burkina Faso. He's inviting us. He said we should at least one person should be there, at least to represent us. So he sympathized with our problems. You know, he said what happened here is when he saw what happened here in Harlem, that's what inspired him to create his country. Haven't you wondered about that? What inspired Sakare to do what he did for his country? He saw how we were living here. So you see, the idea is that a lot of people think that they come here and live well, and they want to leave their country. But he say, wait a minute, we got to build our own country. USA is shambles. Them people live in very bad conditions. But I can do something about the conditions here. So I'm the president of my country, and I got to throw away all these things that don't work. Get rid of it. If it don't work, if it don't serve the people, get rid of it. And that's what he did. And then because he did that, he made a lot of enemies. You see, a lot of people don't want you to be free. They want freedom for themselves, but they don't want it for you. Something wrong with that. So he was killed. And they always get one of your own to kill you. They too, because they don't want that blood on their hand. But it's still on their hands. And I also want to talk to you about this idea of I heard a speech today about the Chinese representative was complaining about the killings in Gaza. Oh, we do have the best president, by the way. President Trump, oh, he's the best president we ever had. So this Chinese representative was in the uh, International Court of Justice complaining about the suffering of the people in Gaza. Very recent, you can find it on the internet. And then I had a flashback. I said, wait a minute. He said, yeah, they've been suffering for, I think he said something like 13 years, something like that, 40 years. But look at us. Look at the so-called, the people who call themselves black in America. they've been suffering hundreds of years. And why are we not brought to the United Nations? Why nobody is trying to solve our problem? You know why? Because our leaders have been taken from us. The last one who did do that was Malcolm X. Some people don't know he went to the United Nations. He did. Matter of fact, his birthday is a couple of days from now. I think 19th or the 18th of May. Yeah. So it's good to talk about Malcolm because that's why I say President Trump is the best president we have. Because he's destroying that civil rights idea that everybody got to be integrated. And going back to the Malcolm X idea that we have to do for ourselves. That's why I admire him. He's taking care of his people in South Africa. He believed they're being oppressed. They're not really. But he's bringing them here. He said, hey, come over here. We'll take care of you. That's what you do. You look after your own people. And they don't have, because they're in a different country don't mean they're not your people. So he's teaching us how we should be doing. He's showing us what we should be doing. They already have extended a hand to us to come to their countries. Many countries have extended a hand for black people to come there. So I don't like using that term, black, because I don't identify as black. So let's call them blackamoors. Yeah, let's put a humanity on the word black because black itself is not nothing but a color. It has no humanity in it. So let's call ourselves blackamoors. So yeah, we blackamoors have been invited to come to Ghana, many countries, Kenya, Burkina Faso. Now we being in this rich country, it seems like we should have something, some place where we can cause them to visit here, but we don't have that control. We don't control the passports. So he can just offer a blanket invitation. Don't need a visa, just come on in. We're not able to do that. We don't have that control. So wouldn't it be good if we had that control? We can just extend invitations like they do us. But the point is really something to think about. Yeah, I sympathize with the people in Gaza and their suffering. I remember when uh, what's that first person name was who fought for them? Uh, Yusuf, Yusuf Maim. I think of his name right now, but he always wore that uh, red checkered thing on his head. He wore traditional dress. Now you don't have any leaders there. They claim that the criminal gangs are leading the country. They kill their leaders. So there's nobody really to negotiate with them. There's not a voice ahead. So we have the same problem. We don't have a representative. But we definitely need to be considered in the UN because we have suffered more than any other people ever since we've been here because they came after we was here. Yeah, the colonizers came after we was here. They didn't bring us here. There's proof all around you to show they didn't bring us here. If you seen the movie 12 Years a Slave, he was kidnapped from his home, which is kidnapping. Then he was in prison. They put chains on him, political prisoner. Then they enslaved him. See, they miss that part. They always go straight to enslavement. You got to be a prisoner. You got to be somebody prisoner before you enslave. You got to force them. You got to put chains on them. So why would you bring people over here uh, who had all the knowledge? How can somebody brought here teach you how to do everything here? How can somebody who's brought here teach you how to build a house, how to build a White House? It don't make sense. It don't add up because you have to take the chains off for him to work. And could you trust somebody you're in prison to do work for you? Anyway, that's just a point I want to bring up. When you speak of people who have been enslaved, you got to talk about us as a people. This area that our ancestors control, this is Spain. This is actually Europe. Now look at Corsia and Sardinia. Look at the flags of those cities. You're going to see Blackamoor with the scarf around his head. Yes, this is Italy. I think that's the real Napoleon. Let's see. These are forces in America. Okay, that's all we got for you right now. Peace. Until next time.